Hi guys, Richard Orange Campers, and we're in the micro camper. We're going to give it a test. I've got young Charlie with me, so there's only two of us, isn't it Charlie? Just me and Charlie. He's brought his football. We've got a night out. We're going to have one night in the micro camper and put it through its paces, see if it works, put our money where his mouth is, that you can go away in a smaller van. I'm sure you could, I was quite surprised when I loaded this one up, how much storage there really is for a smaller van. We normally go away as a family of four and a dog, so you need quite a bit of space. But I'm sure we could go away in this. So and we may put that to a test on another trip. But for now, it's just me and Charlie. So we've got a lot of space. We've got a lot of luxury, haven't we, Charlie? You can see the van. Let me spin the camera around and show you the site. We're at the Chatsworth Park. So let's see the van in its place. So look at that stunning van. It's a new micro demonstrator we've taken out, and stunning little van. I've brought the thermal wrap because obviously it's the end of January and it's still a bit cold. It's raining, but a bit of rain won't put us off. And I've got the front wrap for the front windows, which I'm about to put on and get all cozy for a night. And then Charlie, didn't you say you were making dinner? Yeah, so Charlie's going to make dinner. He's learning how to cook. His mum's been teaching him how to cook, so he's going to make me my dinner, aren't you, Charlie? So he says anyway. We'll see how that goes. Now, as you can see, I've got a thermal wrap around the roof. Now, don't be put off. This one is not made for this van. This one, that's why it's so baggy. It's normally much tighter, much more taut, and like the front screen, nice snug fit. This is off the medium wheelbase, so I've made it fit, and it does the job. It keeps the warmth inside the vehicle. It's just not as attractive, but you can see the effect it has. And once I've had one made, because this is our new roof, this is on the Ostop roof, and it's a new roof we've started using now, so we need to have a new thermal wrap made, but you get the idea. So let me show you the front screen. The front screen works really well, and there we go. That keeps all the rain out, the chill out, the frost off the front window, and you can see the wrap as well around the roof. You can see how that works really well. I mean, it's so toasty inside with that. It keeps the frost off. And now when I take this wrap off this morning, behind here, it'll be frost free. So you just literally pull the sides off. I don't know if I can do it one-handed, but literally pull that off and then unvelcro it round the sides. Very easy thing to do. It started raining again. But as you can see behind the window, not even a bit of condensation. So really useful, and it does its job. So the great thing is the thermal wrap to use, and especially over winter when you've got a lot of frost around and what have you. But the difference that makes, so much warmer inside the vehicle. So we survived a night's sleep, gorgeous night's sleep, really toasty. And where did we sleep, Charlie?
Downstairs.
Downstairs. We decided Charlie was going to sleep upstairs in the bed because it's got a nice big thick mattress. But when we got up to it, we thought, should we sleep downstairs, snuggle in, watch a bit of TV, don't tell Mum. And then we watched a bit of TV and we laid in bed, and it was massive. We had the big downstairs bed made. And what we did was we dragged the mattress from upstairs, and that fit perfect as a topper down here. So if you are travelling on your own and you don't want to carry a big top around, because don't forget these rib beds, great beds, but they're firm. If you like a firm bed, even better. But if you like it a bit softer, drag the mattress down from upstairs, works as a topper. So this morning Charlie's making breakfast. He's busy away making breakfast. We are using the induction hob because this is a gas-free micro camper we're in. So we've got the kitchen set up, I've got a table set up. So we are on a campsite, but I'm testing out the EcoFlow. So we're going to use the EcoFlow. We have got a hookup here, but we're going to use the EcoFlow. So let me show you where the EcoFlow is in the cupboard. And it says there, I've turned it on, so we've got 100%. And it says 79 hours because we're not doing any drain off it, if you can see it there. So let's put it through its paces. I've got the EcoFlow's in that cupboard there, which I can show you. And then there's a changeover switch to change over from, because don't forget this is the gas-free van. So a changeover switch here, number 1 is mains power if you're on hookup, so that goes there. Now to put it on the inverter, just switch it over to number 2. That comes on. We know it's on because the fuse box has come on, so now we can tell. And then that's working now, so we can let me turn you around. Bit messy this morning, but so we plugged into the mains, so just as normal, and then we can use our induction hob. Now we've set the table up. We've got the kettle as well, so I've got a low wattage kettle here. So I've been out and got a low wattage kettle. We've got a just a tabletop induction hob, some induction pans, and then we're going to make breakfast. And the EcoFlow is working as if we're fully off grid, which is great because I've got mains power. We're doing the cooking. Charlie's getting the eggs ready. We're going to have scrambled eggs. We've got the induction hob. You have got lots of worktop space. Look, if I pan round there, you know, we're not using the counter, we're just using the table. You could cook stood up using the, you know, the worktops, because you haven't got an induction hob built in. You can see there's lots of worktop space. I've got a good sized sink. I've got the, I bought a low wattage kettle. Takes a bit longer to come on, but it still works really well, and that low wattage will really help conserve power. That'll make a big difference. So we've got mains power. Charlie's doing the beans. We're going to have scrambled egg beans and some sausages. What better morning can you ask for? But we'll let you know. The EcoFlow started at 100% full, so let's see when we cook to meal. We'll see what percentage it says it's at after cooking, you know, 2 or 3 pans, you know, all different food, and boiling a kettle, which you would assume is quite a draw of power. So let's see what it sits at after we've done that. So Charlie's made breakfast, and we've got a lovely scrambled egg, sausage and beans. What better could we have? I've got a kettle on now. Let's have a look. So the induction knob's out of the way. The kettle's on. Pans are ready for washing up. And this is all still off the EcoFlow. So it's working well. Once we've decided we've finished cooking, or once we've made the drinks, then I'll let you know what the EcoFlow power supply is after one sort of session of cooking is. Now, if you noticed as well, we got the big table up. I'm in the front chair and Charlie's on the back seat, and you can use the table. You can sit either side of a table, which is a real bonus. It's a nice big table. You can sit both sides of there, but it's nice to be able to sit opposite each other and eat a meal. So the big question, we've eaten dinner, we've eaten breakfast, haven't we, Charlie?
Yeah.
Very nice. What do you rate it out of 10?
9.5.
9.5, that was pretty impressive. Nice scrambled egg, it really was. And let's see what the EcoFlow's taken out. I've boiled the kettle as well, so I made a cup of coffee. And there we go, you see. It says 80%. Can you see that? Sorry, I'll turn it round a bit. So we've used, it's down to 80%. So it's used 20%. Now it may bounce back a bit as well, so it may, you know, go back up a few amps. And you could see when we were using it, it was saying when we were cooking 750 watts. It was pulling at one time, you know, when it's on the induction hob. So you can see, you know, you can see what the power is, and you know what you're using, how long you've got left. And like I say, that was at 99%, and so full, and now it's at 80%. That's one meal. Now don't forget, if it was sunny, we can charge it off a solar. We can top it back up now while we're even sat here off our lithium battery, what we've got in this van as well. So that's good. Now, and if we're on mains hookup, we can be charging it as well off a mains hookup. So it's always bouncing back. And when we set off driving somewhere, it'll be charging again. So, you know, the EcoFlow will get you through quite a lot of cooking off grid, you know. So it's a great little device, and it performs really well. So what a good test.